Hey guys, it's Carrie from Stamp with CT, and with me in the craft room is Dale, crafty husband.
Howdy, howdy.
And we tricked Oliver into staying in the kitchen, didn't we?
Oh yeah, we're the worst.
He gets a little treat though when we do a video. So we're gonna look at the video on Dale's phone and kind of check placement and everything. Let me turn that volume down. Look fairly straight.
Looks good.
All that. Okay. Facebook smiling upon us today. That's always nice, isn't it?
It is.
That's not always what happens though. And let's see. I think the lighting looks okay. Looks like we've got a couple friends hopping on with us. So y'all were right on the money today. Hey Cassandra. Hope you'll say hello. We are excited to be with you for Finally Friday free online class. Our monthly class that we do, and you have the option of making a purchase in our online store at stampwithct.stampinup.net. If you make a $40 purchase before tax and shipping, we send you the kit to make the 6 projects that we're making tonight, 2 each of 3 designs of the cards. Or if you make a $50 purchase in the online store, then you are able to get not only the make and take packet, but also a free embellishment. Yes.
Well,
not that embellishment. No, that embellishment is sold out. But there's lots of embellishments that we can use that will look nice with this. And I don't know, I may have you grab a package of those from my pre-order that just came today. There's some that look very similar to this, and they're really pretty. Hi, Debbie. Do you see them?
These,
the ones that look...
the ones that, well, there's...
Or just grab the new embellishments, and we'll show a little sneak peek right quick before we get started. We got our pre-order from the new annual catalog, which is super exciting.
These, what are they called?
I don't know yet.
These, Riverside Iridescent Pearls. That's
Riverside Iridescent Pearls. Of course, they're still in the packaging, so let's take a look. We'll just go completely rogue for Finally Friday and just look at shiny stuff. What are those called?
This is the pressed flower motifs?
Motif, I think.
Motif, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those are cute, aren't they?
Little metallics.
Aren't those cute?
They're super cute. Neutral matte dots.
Now, those are from the annual catalog, we think.
Okay.
We just found those in the online store, and we're going to test those out. So these are not a new embellishment, but maybe they're from online exclusives. It's just all over the place right now, isn't it?
And this holographic resin dots. These I knew were going to be super sensational.
Yeah, Dale really liked these. Of course, out of the package they'll be better, but oh, those are cool, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
The shades of green hexagons.
Mm-hmm.
We got a couple packages
those
of those.
Those are pretty cool, aren't they? Those are the ones I was thinking would kind of almost go with this as well.
Absolutely.
I think these are really cool.
Okay. And then there's more of those holograph dots.
Okay.
And then we got this package of strawberry slush and pretty in pink gems.
Oh, those are pretty
They got
too, aren't they?
They got little facets on them so that they shine.
Pick up the light.
Yeah, we got several packages of those.
Okay.
And then these look a lot like those.
Mm-hmm.
And they're the 25, 27 in color flat pearls.
They're pretty, aren't they?
They're very pretty. So we got 3-4 packages of those.
So those are, I think, the ones I was thinking might look, you know, you can substitute out embellishments, but these embellishments are sold out, but I do have some to put in the kits for those that want to make these projects. Okay, let's circle back. Circle back to the actual class that we're doing, but you know, you can always choose other embellishments, but I'll provide you with some for this class to make the projects. And we'll have some for stamp class as well. Okay, so we are using
Friends of the Ocean.
Friends of the Ocean. We love this suite. The paper is super cute. We really like the stamps and dies, the soft waves embossing folder, and definitely those gems. They're awesome. So we are going to be, we're going to be making, we're just going to make the 3 projects tonight, but in your kit, you'll get the supplies to make 2 of each of the designs. So are you ready to craft, Dee?
We got some stuff in the way.
Okay, let's take a look at that. All right, be sure to say hello as you hop in. Let us know if you have this suite or any of the components. You want to start with the stamp and die bundle?
The stamps are right here, and then we got the dies on the magnet sheet. So that it's got the seaweed, it's got the coral, it's got the crab, the lobster, and this and this wave looking.
Yeah, I haven't really played with this yet. I need to. I may have to work on a card for stamp class with that. But those dies and stamps, we're going to be using the sentiments tonight.
Okay.
And then, of course,
that's Friends of the Ocean.
Thank you.
Our ever
beloved.
Yeah.
Our beloved Nested Essentials and Stylish Shapes. So if you have invested in these, I'll make sure you have plenty of inspiration to use them because I love these dies so much. So they're going to be one of the things we're using tonight. What else you got there, Dee?
I got this Soft Waves 3D embossing folder.
Sandra says she has them.
I have paper and embellishments.
Yes.
Oh.
Awesome.
Okay.
You need this embossing folder too, girl. It's really, really cute. Soft Waves. And then, of course, the embellishments. And I do have an open package over there that we're going to be using, Dee. Let's take a look at the paper right quick.
We got
12 by 12.
We got some pretty neat patterns that's going to just...
well, here, hand me the one.
Do what? Which one? That one? That one? And this little triangle halves. That's cute. Mm-hmm. I like this. It kind of makes my eyes go bubba.
Okay.
This pink and sandy waves.
Aren't they pretty?
And then you got these hexagons here.
Bringing this one back right quick. That'd be beautiful on a scrapbook layout, wouldn't it?
Yes, it would.
Looks like the sun's going down. Really pretty. Okay, now I'll let you show the other side here, Dee.
All right. We got some squids and crabs and all kinds of cute stuff. Seahorses, shrimps.
Seahorses.
We got starfish, a whole bunch of starfish.
A whole bunch of starfish.
Crabs and lobsters that line up with the dies.
I like how you're saying lobster, like you're from Maine.
Mm-hmm.
From Boston?
Yeah, somewhere up in there. Yeah, like north of Dallas.
North of Dallas?
Yeah, south of McKinney. We got the coral, and then this is a pattern that on the other side, and then on this one we have the lobsters, the clownfish, the jellyfish.
It's really fun, isn't it?
And
so bright. We've got
fish.
melon mambo and pumpkin pie, lemon lime twist. What other colors? I think there's some a yellow in there as well.
Is this coral? Not Calypso coral. What's the blue?
Pumpkin pie is in,
the
Coastal Cabana maybe?
Coastal Cabana, yeah.
Yeah, lots of pretty colors too. Okay, you ready to craft now?
Now I'm ready to craft.
Now you're ready to craft? Okay, you want to bring in the first sample?
Sure.
And we're showing that. So if you watch the Facebook Live on Wednesday, I told you we'd be using some scraps, just like we did on Wednesday. I'm on a mission to use up some scraps again, just because I have a lot of scraps in my DSP. So what I like to do is once I cut into my paper, I save even little bits of designer series paper, even skinny strips, and I put them back in the same envelope that my paper came from. I tend to use those scraps up if I do that. We're going to just be using little strips and making some cute cards tonight with them. So hope you guys enjoy this. You want to get started on this?
Sure.
So you want to open this up and show?
Oh, okay.
Fun fold.
Oh. There we go. All right. You're going to have to walk me through it.
Okay.
Looks like Becca and Karen joined us.
Hi, Becca. Hey, Karen. Glad y'all are here.
All right.
We're just getting started.
Let me burnish the edges here.
So you've got a card base that's Melon Mambo that's 8.5 by 5.5. It's scored at 3 from one end and 1.5 from the other. So I guess that's 1.5 and 5.5, isn't it?
Is it 1.5 or 1/4? 3
let's
and 1
measure it
1/4.
right quick. I bet it is 1 1/4. I bet you're right.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you're right. 1 1/4.
1
The math
1/4,
works
yep.
out that way, doesn't it?
Yep, it does.
Okay, let's burnish that really well, Dee.
Okay.
Yeah, 1 1/4. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is put our inside panel.
Okay.
I'm just getting things organized over here.
Uh-oh.
What's the matter?
Well, it had a little, the glue didn't want to come out of the bottle. So now I got
Because
glue.
you know why? It hasn't been in its holder.
Oh,
It's just been sitting on my desk open.
that happens sometimes, right? Sometimes we get carried away and don't get things put back in, right?
Yes. And sometimes my desk gets to be a big mess.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. There we go. Now we're
And
going
then let's go ahead and just put this little strip. It's just 1 by 5 1/4 that we're going to put on the side.
put a little dot, little dot, little dot. Leave myself plenty
You
of
don't
room.
get it on your fingers.
Yeah, so I don't get any more on my fingers. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
By the end of this, I won't have any less on my fingers either. So we're working for both sides. Okay. There we go.
Okay, so we've got our base going. So do you have the silicone craft sheet over there?
I do.
You want to grab that and I'll move this out of the way.
Okay.
And so on this card, what we did was we actually added the strips of paper at a diagonal on this piece of cardstock. So first thing we want to do is grab Stampin' Seal Plus is what I like to use.
Okay.
You can also apply liquid glue, however you want to put it on. But I go ahead and go all the way around, Dale, with the Stampin' Seal Plus as close to the corner as I can. And you know our little trick, if you go over the edge, you can kind of fold it back on the silicone craft sheet. Since adhesive does not stick to it, you can kind of make sure that your adhesive is all where you want it.
Okay.
So you don't want to be stingy with your adhesive.
Oop, that one definitely run over a little bit on the edge.
That's okay. You can kind of flip it back and
Okay.
okay, and just some strips down the center as well, or across, however you want to do it.
Okay.
You got plenty of adhesive. Now I've got a couple of pads over there. I don't know how you want to bring those in. If you just want to bring in all of the different strips, or what do you want to do?
I'll grab some
And bring them over.
bring them over.
So we've got,
Set them right here.
okay, I've got them all divided out for now. We'll see if it stays like
No,
that.
it's not gonna stay like that. Now let's put them back on the pads.
Okay.
I'm sorry, people.
You just have a different process than I do. So we've got lots of different strips here. Some are longer than others.
Okay.
And we'll just show you how we do this. And Dale probably will do it a little bit differently than I do, but okay, you got plenty of
I
room.
got plenty of room.
So I like to start at the very top.
Okay.
I think you could start in the center, whatever you want to do, but I like to start at the very top and make sure there's plenty of adhesive in that corner, and put that first one on hanging off so you don't have any of that pink showing. And I don't try to line it up on the side or anything. I'm going to trim that off when we get done adding all the strips. So it's going to take...
I'm going to tear that one just so I don't have a whole bunch hanging out. Okay.
It's going to take a little bit to get this completely covered, but you just want to butt those pieces up, and you've got two sides to your papers. And think about Cassandra as you're doing this.
Uh-oh.
Because, you know,
I'm sorry,
you want to make
Cassandra.
sure you don't get too many oranges together, too many pinks together, too many of the designs that have the images together. You want to think about this. Or just go for it, whichever you prefer.
All right.
And you're just butting those pieces up against each other. And I really love the way, no matter what paper you're using, it just gives it a fun look to use those strips. And sometimes the design may be going the quote wrong direction. I don't pay any attention to that. I just add the strips.
Okay.
Almost gives you a little bit of a quilted effect, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. We need some more.
Karen said Cassandra's right. Mix the colors.
There it is. That's the one I'm looking for.
Okay.
Let's put him in
Be
here.
sure and get some starfish. And these are all different size strips, as you can tell. Some are super skinny, some are wider.
I want that spot in the middle.
What do you mean?
Where it's got the
Oh,
two different
okay.
colors in there to kind of break everything up. And
This is really fun. I'm using Christmas paper too to use the strips, but I don't know that I've ever really found a paper that this doesn't work with. And we've gotten really good at using up our scraps. Because after all, you've invested in this paper, so you want to make sure you get your money's worth, right?
absolutely.
And we've all got scraps laying around, that's for sure.
Time for a little more starfish.
Okay, I love the starfish. I think that's my favorite piece.
And then, shall we finish it off with?
An orange one?
I was thinking
Or
this
pink one.
one of these squiggly pinks.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry.
So your longer pieces, what you can do, Dale, is use your snips and
Okay.
cut those ends and put them back in your stack because you may be able to use them for a different project.
Okay.
And then you can always use your snips to like fix the one end. And then I like to use my trimmer to trim the rest off. How do you want to do it?
I'm gonna flip it over, and I'm gonna use the snips to cut along the edge up here.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I like button the snips right up next to the paper that I'm cutting,
Mm-hmm.
and so it kind of gives me a guide as I go across. And then that way I know that I'm not, if I'm coming from underneath like this, I'm not cutting into my
Cardstock.
cardstock.
Yeah, I'm really bad about cutting into the cardstock, so I tend to put it on the trimmer.
All right. So now I got a flat,
You ready
straight
for
edge. Yep.
The trimmer.
Let me see if I can get this up here in the frame a little bit better.
Kind of got a lot going on, don't we?
Yeah, just a little bit. And then we'll put it right here at the edge. Put it flat against that.
Mm-hmm.
Zip
Hi,
it down.
Cheryl's with us.
All right.
And then just continue going around and trimming that up. And if you cut a tiny sliver of that off, it's not the end of the world.
We're not going to do that.
Pull that blade towards you, Dee, so that you're pulling.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You want to explain that? So you've got this bar down here that holds your cardstock in place. When you pull the blade toward you, you're pulling that paper up against the guard versus pushing it away. You have a chance that you could move that cardstock.
Okay. So that's our piece.
Oh, it's cute, isn't it? Okay, let's get that out of the way. Get all the debris off.
All right, let me see if I can catch some of it.
Give us just a second and we'll clean all this up. I'm gonna move this for a second as well.
Okay.
So now, okay.
They exploded out of my hand.
They went everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere.
There's snips of paper all over my floor. So we'll vacuum here in a little bit. Okay. So we'll bring back in our original.
Okay.
So you can see, you can just decide which way do you want it to go.
I like it like that.
You like it like that? Okay. You want to go ahead and add that over to this panel.
Sure. I'd like to do that. Okay.
You got it?
I feel like I get it in a pretty decent place like that right there, and then I just kind of shift it all around.
We'll set it aside and let it
dry.
Let it dry. Okay. You want to bring your stamping mat in, your piercing mat? Because the next thing we're going to do is stamp.
All right. We got some Melon Mambo here.
We do have some Melon Mambo ink, and this is still the old style ink pad. It is a really old ink pad, isn't it? I think it's one of my, one or two that I still have the old style, but it still works, and so I've just not replaced it.
What do I do with the...
You put the stamps over there somewhere. Got them?
Got them right here.
Okay.
What are we looking for? Thanks so much.
Mm-hmm.
All right. See if I can get it to not touch that down too hard.
Just tap your ink pad lightly so you don't get ink all over your block.
I know they're saying, you got it crooked, you got it crooked.
Maybe. They've got a better vantage point, don't they? How's it look?
Looks pretty good.
Okay, let me have that, and we'll clean it off on the chamois. And then I just have a couple more layers. Where'd our pink one go? Oh, there they are. A couple more layers of Melon Mambo.
Okay.
And Lemon Lime Twist from the Nested Essentials. I glued those together.
Okay. Probably doing this backwards, aren't I?
Why?
I started with the middle one first. Ooh, this would be real fun if you shifted them to one side or the other.
If you want to do that, I'm okay with that.
No, somebody's eyes will twitch.
Okay.
Besides mine.
Okay. And I think we've got some dimensionals over there.
Okay.
Once you get that on our Melon Mambo layer. And the reason I added the Melon Mambo layer was it just seemed a little small.
Okay.
So just pulling all those colors out, stacking them up, I thought that was cute. Made the sentiment stand out a little bit more, I think.
Look at that. Got the dimensionals. Put a couple in each corner.
Well, think about that. Do you want them in on each corner?
Oh, no, I don't.
No, you don't.
I already started out on the wrong one. We'll move that off away from the corner.
Okay.
Because it's supposed to overlap that other piece, right?
Mine does. Now, you don't have to, but... Aren't the colors cute?
Oh, yeah.
And we will be using this suite for stamp class this month. That's typically what we do. Whatever we use for Finally Friday, that's what we use for stamp class. And that's the third Saturday. And we do a virtual class in CT's Craft and Connect Facebook group, our community group, or if you live close to us, we have in-person classes. Which one are you going to go with?
Well, I don't like the orange. orange.
Okay. I think you can use any of the dots on this card.
We'll put him down here. I really
Sprinkle
like
on a couple of embellishments.
I really like the green.
Okay.
And then these little guys right here. There we go.
Okay, what do you think? Y'all like that? I think it's a great use of scraps. I think that turned out really cute. Want to do another one?
Yep, ready for another one.
We'll grab card number 2.
Oh, tell me it's not so.
What? With your crab?
Yeah.
With the googly eyes?
Googly-eyed crabs.
Might have to bring it a little bit closer so they can see the googly eyes.
All right. Let me see. See what we
I
got.
just cannot help it. I always want them to have googly eyes. Just too cute.
It looks like we can see it, maybe.
Okay. So this is a little bit of a fun fold here, kind of a peekaboo card. I know this DSP is just so cute. Love the colors in it. So we'll show you how to make this one next. You want to grab the card packet?
Here we go. We got all kinds of stuff, huh?
We've got all kinds of stuff. So you're starting with a pumpkin pie card base.
I'm not gonna put the innard in just yet.
Okay, that's fine. The innard?
Yeah.
Okay. You do want to go ahead and burnish it though, I think.
Yeah, I do. All right.
I like your process though, that you're really stopping to think about, you know, what we're doing. Let's go ahead and do the strips first. How does that sound?
That sounds like a plan. Set that up there.
Okay. So we've got just a piece of melon mambo.
That
I'm bringing it back.
all right. Bring it back.
Move all this out of the way. You got it? You're going to bring your strips back in, or you want to go ahead and put your adhesive on? So this time, I went ahead and put the strips on straight. And then just cut the circle out once I was done with that. So the little crab is glued to the inside. Actually popped up on the inside, and this outer panel is popped up as well. That panel of melon mambo is 5 by 3 3/4.
Sorry about being quiet, guys.
It's okay. You just want to make sure you get all that adhesive on, and then strips down the center as well, pretty much covering that cardstock. I love Stampin' Seal Plus for stuff like this. But again, you can glue your pieces on with liquid glue if you want to also.
All right. What color shall we get started with?
Whatever you want to. So for this one, I do make sure that it's nice and flush with that top edge.
Okay.
I don't really worry about the sides because we can trim those off, but I do like to start with that flush at the top.
I'm going to try to hold the card base like this. Lay this on here.
Oh, okay.
And see if that'll get it nice and square for me without having to fuss with it too much.
And flip it back the other way.
Flip it back. Okay. So now.
Lots of decisions again.
No, let's just go for it.
This paper's really fun too with the oranges and the pinks. You could almost do like orange to pink or pink to orange. Lots of different things you could do just using the side with the images on it. I like mixing it up.
Okay. About a little pink strip in here.
That'll work.
Ooh.
So who else is glad it's Friday?
Oh, me.
You?
Me.
Today was my first day, Dale, of a 2-week vacation from work.
Ah, nice.
Super excited.
Nice.
I was quite productive too.
I would say. I would say you were very productive the way the things look in the room here. I think it looks really good.
I spent a little bit of time unpacking my pre-order and taking a look at some of the new products. We have a new catalog coming out in May, which is super exciting.
Okay.
I think Cassandra might be a tiny bit excited that it's Friday.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I guess no one else is.
No, probably not. Maybe they don't have to work with her co-workers.
Sometimes it's just nice to make it to the weekend, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
I have great co-workers, but sometimes it's nice to have a little break.
What are we going to do on this one?
I like the way you're approaching it. Okay, Karen's excited it's Friday too. So 2 people are excited that it's Friday. A couple of the other people watching are retired, so good for them.
Oh, yeah.
It's like perpetual Friday.
Oh, yeah. All right, that's what we got.
Okay, you happy with it?
Yeah, I'm happy with it.
Okay, let's move all those strips out of the way so we've got a little bit of room to work.
Okay. Oh, that's our extra cinnamon strip.
Okay.
Trimmer?
Trimmer. You like that versus doing it with the snips?
Well, we started our edge up here, the top edge flat, and so it should still be flat.
Yes, it should be.
And so I'm going to flip it over, put it in the trimmer, and try to line it up with that edge. Trim all those off.
You've got some you can salvage
Yeah.
for other projects.
Got a couple. And
We've done a card in the past too where we actually wove the strips together. Do you remember that?
It's been a while then.
It has been a while, but we wove the strips together and then put them on the card. That would be really cute with this paper too. I may have to work on that.
Doing a basket weave.
Yeah, like just weave them together and then you just put that in the center of your card.
Okay. Oh, the gray one doesn't cut.
Oh no, it does not. Cheryl's excited to have some fun with her grandkids. She's down in Houston this weekend. Her son is doing the Iron Man. I'll take that.
All right.
Oh, you getting rid of the debris?
Trying
I know,
to.
isn't that cool? So she gets to be a cheerleader this weekend.
All right. Still got some debris on it.
Oh. We good?
All right. And now the next thing is to pick our spot, right?
Pick your spot that you're going to cut your circle out of. You got a study on it?
Yeah. Looks like I got my seaweeds in, my coral upside down. It needs to go that way.
Doesn't have to.
Okay, and then I'm going to put him, what if I put him over here on this side?
That's fine. Yeah, that'll work.
That'll work?
Just the way that your strips fall, that's where you want to cut it out of?
I think so.
Okay, that's fine. So let's bring in our Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. You want me to hold something or do something?
Hold it right there.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll try not to shake everything too much. So we've got a super used plate. It looks dirty, but we've got our base and then our shim, one cutting pad that we've had for years. We'll put our cardstock and then our die on top and add another cutting pad. and send this through. So we'll try to be gentle and not shake the table, but it may shake the table just a little bit.
Here comes the earthquake. Okay.
I'll hold that if you want to move the...
All right, I need that back on
you need
here.
it back on there, don't you? Sorry.
Well,
we buried our card base, so let me take this.
okay. I'm gonna move this out of the way so we can show them what we're doing.
Okay.
So
reserve this circle that you've cut out because we're going to use this on our third project.
Okay. So what I try to do is line this back up to where I think I really like it.
Okay.
So I got my borders as even as I can.
Okay.
I put the die back in place. And then on the inside here, I grab my pencil and I make me some marks. Fairly good sized marks so that I can see them.
And that's going to cut away.
On the inside of the die, right?
Uh-huh. It's going to cut away, right?
Right. It's going to cut away.
So you don't have to worry about that.
And you can see it's a little bit bigger as we go around here.
Okay.
And this is going to get it lined up pretty close. Or I think it gets it lined up super close.
As close as you can get.
Yep. So now we're going to bring all this back in. Another earthquake. Let me...
I know this would seem intuitive, but open your card base.
Well, and
ask us how we know that.
And you can't put that on and then cut it because it's 3 layers of cardstock.
Right, right.
And
ask us how we know that too.
Pro tip,
well,
right?
It's really 3 layers and some designer series paper. That's too much to try to go through. So once you get everything lined up, we'll run that through gently again.
Come on now. Come on, fingers.
Go ahead and move your cutting pad so you got it?
Just
move your cutting pad and get it all situated. Because they can't see anything you're doing with the glare anyway.
Okay. Trying to get it situated where I want it. And then what I want it to do is I want to put the cutting pad in slightly at an edge and try to bring it down without it moving everything.
Okay.
And then see if I can get it to move into place.
And yeah, you've got to take your time on this.
Let it catch, move in. And then I'm going to back it back out.
Okay. You just go just as far as the die. You can feel that cut.
You'll hold
and then you
all
bring
that.
it back out. Okay. It's going to be perfect.
And then grab our dimensionals again. Or we just, yeah. I'm going to go ahead and put the front on.
Okay. Did you already check and it all lines up good?
Oh,
You just know it does?
It is what it is, and I'm going to say it's really good. Now, some people could disagree with me. It's kind of like, you know, when you used to dust to the height of your tallest friend, and then if somebody came to your house and they said, "Do you see this dust right here?" You say, "That means you're not my friend," right?
You tell all my secrets when we get on video, don't you?
Oh, yeah. So if somebody says that I'm off a little bit, I guess they're just not going to be my friend.
They wouldn't be talking about just the card, would they? Not about us. See, now I would want my inside panel in at this point. I think that would help me to line it up.
I can understand that.
And have the white, but...
I can see that.
So if that helps you, you could go ahead and do that.
Okay. Yep.
Is it lined up?
Oh, yeah.
Perfect.
You don't hardly see any pink in there.
Okay. Okay. That's not the part anybody's looking at, right?
Right. They're looking at the googly eyes. That's what they're looking
Exactly.
We hadn't got to the googly eye part yet.
Oh, it's not the Iron Man weekend, apparently. I have that mixed up.
Oh, well, there we go.
Cheryl's just taking so much time off.
Oh, yeah. All right. We want to put our coral on here?
I went ahead and put my crab in. Now, with the coral, you want to show that die? What did we do with it? We put it over here, didn't we? So the coral, if you look, the die, it cuts a large piece of coral. So what I did was just cut that in half. So for one card, I'm using half of that. The other card, I'm using the rest of it. So the second piece that we're using on this card is not quite as big as this one.
Okay.
But yes, you could put that on now. I went ahead and put my crab in first because he's kind of peeking out from behind the coral.
Okay.
Is how I did it. And I just put 3 or 4 dimensionals down the crab.
Okay. Oh. I grabbed the melon mambo. That's not a crab, or dimensionals.
Oh.
Ooh, that's too much. I'll cut off a little of the bones right there. There we go. Peel the dimensional backs. Find a spot for him to be.
And you kind of want him tilted that other way since you're putting your...
Okay. Then get a little glue dot for the coral.
And I just put a couple of glue dots on it. Just kind of left it to where you still see that dimension. It's attached, but it's not completely adhered down.
Okay.
I thought that was a good way to put a little piece on each one. It's too big for the card.
Oh.
But that's a good fix, I think. What's the matter?
Oh, I gotta go for the googly eyes.
Googly eye time. And we put these on with glue dots. When Cheryl and I worked on this for bingo and we used googly eyes with the crab, we decided that glue dots were the best route to go versus trying to use liquid glue.
Okay. No, that didn't work. Didn't work at all.
What happened?
I'll put him down on there, and then when I try to pick him up, the glue dot didn't come up. It just kind of come apart.
And I have had these googly eyes for many years. I think we have them left over maybe from when we taught Sunday school. We've got all sizes of googly eyes, don't we?
Oh, yeah.
The googly eyes just make it so fun.
I'm sorry,
I
guys.
do too, Karen. They're just too cute. No, you've got to take your time and get the adhesive on there. That's just part of the process. But it's so worth it. Gives him a little bit of character.
Let's try them again. I wish I had the putty into a take your pick tool so I could pick that thing up and put it where I want it. I do have one though, don't I?
I was going to say.
There's one sitting right there.
Did it fall off? What What are we talking about here? Is that going to work?
Of course not. Those Google eyes just don't like sticking to those.
That's why I take the glue dot off and stick it to the googly eye, but I'm telling you, it's still worth it, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Think about Cheryl. She had 18 sets of googly eyes to put
Woo! Good job, girl. You got more patience than I got. That's for sure.
All right, ready to just stamp our sentiment? We'll be finished up with this one.
They're probably saying to themselves,
get your piercing mat, Dale.
oh, yeah, that too. These are photopolymer stamps, aren't they?
Mm-hmm. We're just using a 1/2-inch strip to put our sentiment on.
There we go.
Do you want the trimmer to cut the end off, or do you just snip it with your paper snips?
Oh, I think that one's pretty good.
Oh, okay.
That one was pretty small.
Go with that? Okay.
I think I'll go just fine with that. I'm going to put this other strip off to the side. All right. And then put this on with dimensionals.
That's what I did. Mm-hmm.
Is there a question? How do we know when it's time to pop something up?
No, Mary's here. Hi, Mary. But she's got her heating pad, she said. Bless your heart. We are praying that that pain goes away.
Where did that dimensional back flip off to?
I don't know.
Oh, there it is. Right there in the middle of the card.
Okay. You got it?
Yeah. All right.
We got a beautiful card from Mary.
Yeah, we did. Okay.
Oh, you're already ready to embellish, aren't you?
Mm-hmm. Get one of these little green ones.
Okay. You like mixing up the colors, don't you?
I do.
Turned out cute.
Okay.
All right, that's card number 2, guys. Let us know what you think. I like that one.
That's cute.
Okay, let's work on our final card.
All right.
I don't know what I did with the first card. Do you? Do you see it? I don't know where I put them. Oh, yes, I do. Yes, I do. I see them. Okay, so now we're going to take the circle that we cut out from that second card and put it to good use on our third project. You ready?
Ready.
Okay. You've got a lemon lime twist card base thing.
Okay. Okay. Got the lemon lime twist card base.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Burnish it a little bit.
Sandra said, always pop it up. When in doubt, pop it up.
Okay.
Debbie said it's cute. I like how it turned out. Love this paper.
And you put this wave embossing down?
I did. You like pink waves?
I do. I
We're
really
just,
do.
you know, going outside the box here, but it's
Pink.
my card. It'll be pink if I want it to be. Pink waves are something, they're a thing.
Yeah, I can see that.
Oh, good, Karen. I'm glad you're liking them.
And then you just glued your circle down.
I did, but let me tell you, what I did first was put my sentiment on just to get my placement, because again, this panel is 5 by 3 3/4. I really like the border that gives me with the green, but I want to make sure I have everything spaced out, because all three, the sentiment, the circle, and the lobster are pretty good size elements. So.
Okay, let's get a piercing mat.
Okay. And what does this sentiment say?
It says, "Hello, friend."
I've got a Teasdale. When we had the seagull stamp with celebration, he told us there was a "hello, friend" sentiment in that stamp. And when we were doing the launch party, he told us what the seagull sounded like. So I just wondered if a lobster, their hello friend, was any different.
Their friend, hello friend, should be "hello, friend."
Okay.
Because they're a lot deeper, you know.
Okay, yes. Deeper in the ocean? I like that.
Yeah, their voice would be deeper because they're deeper in the ocean. Seagulls are all out flying and squawking. So they're kind of squeaky.
Thank you, Mary.
Okay.
Karen, when you're here, you can make something with this sweet. You should have gotten this sweet because it's really fun. Okay.
It's going to be years before she gets here.
No, she'll be here soon. We're excited.
Okay.
Karen's coming to visit. Ready?
No, I need some dimensionals on that.
Okay. Do you have some?
I do.
Okay.
Let me just flip this over. Pluck off these dimensional backs.
And I debated, Dale. I thought about bringing the sentiment like onto the green. What do you think? You like it there, or do you want to move it up and over a bit?
No.
Yes, 5 more sleeps, Karen.
Let's try that.
Try it up and over.
Yeah, we'll try it over.
It'll give you a little more space.
Okay. Let the green pink out just a little bit.
Just a little bit. I think I like that.
And then now we're going to glue this guy down.
Yeah, and I did put it a little bit at an angle. And again, you're going to want to pay attention to your patterns and see how you want that.
Okay.
It just gives a little fun and interest in that corner.
Move him over just a tiny bit. Oh, do we pop the lobster up?
Oh, definitely. That cracks me up how you say lobster.
Well, there's not any bones left on this one.
Sorry. I like using the bones of the dimensionals. What can I say?
Put him in right there.
I think we will be really close to 1 hour again. I don't know how we do that. We're really good at hitting right about an hour for this online class. That's funny.
And then
yeah, the seaweed, I just added that with glue dots.
see if I can get them to stick this time.
And again, I think this set really lends itself well to scrapbooking too. I think this would be so cute if you went on a cruise or had a beach vacation. It'd be fun to add to your page. Yes, lobster. We know a guy that is from Boston, and he's been here, 20, 25 years. He still has an accent, big time. So if you'll notice here, I put the embellishments on to make it look like little bubbles. And when Dale looked at the card, he felt like it did too.
And I'm going to do much the same on the green bubbly pattern.
Okay.
Because I think that with these, way the colors are, it helps them kind of look more watery to me.
Okay. The green ones?
Yeah. Now I kind of run out of space for my extra.
Just put 2 then. It's okay. All right. You got your third one done?
I got my third one done.
Looks pretty cute. I do think I like the sentiment over like that.
Oh, I didn't put it.
What? Oh, your inside panel?
They were going to let me get by with that, weren't they? And then call me out on it later. Oh, I see how they are.
They were probably like, why didn't he do that first?
That's the way Carrie does it.
Most of the time. And it would be fun to even put a few strips of DSP in there too. Maybe that would be a good way. For stamp class, we may have to add something on the inside with that die that has the, you know which one I'm talking about?
Oh, with the wave.
Yeah,
the wave.
as we're doing this,
yeah.
the wave.
Ooh,
that would be really cute for the inside. So, what is the third Saturday? The 19th? I think so. The 19th is when we're doing stamp class. So, we will have even more ideas with these products, you guys. Give me one of those, and then I'll go ahead and give you one of each of the others.
Yeah, take that one.
So that you can bring all 3 projects back out. And don't forget, with the kit for this class, if you choose to order from our online store, you'll get supplies to create 2 of each of the cards. So you'll have 6 cards when you get done. All right, what do you think?
Karen says she puts the inside piece in first as well.
Does she?
And
that just works for me.
I really like the cards. I thought they were super cute. I want to say thank y'all for putting up with me.
You do a really good job, Dee. Cassandra's saying something. Oh, she doesn't put the inside panel?
Until I stamp inside.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I got you.
Yeah, that's a good idea, too.
Also, she does the most, then. That's what I'm saying.
Yes, she does.
Becca wants a invite to the pool party.
To the pool party? Oh, and we are working on a kit for Becca. We've got a couple people that have already ordered this class, so we have plenty of supplies, and we'd love to make one for you as well. Okay, guys, hope you have a great weekend, and we appreciate you coming and crafting with us for a little while. We hope we inspired you, and next month we'll have another Finally Friday class for you on the first Friday of May. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye.